Hey everyone, Staci Wallace here, and I am being joined by none other than Shane Douglas.
Hi, everybody.
Of course, he is a top income earner and senior vice president of ACN. It's just incredible doing these hangouts with us every day this week. You guys are going to see why we made the choice to switch to ACN and why this incredible massive movement of the tens of thousands of people right now are going to be making the shift into ACN. And today we are excited because we're going to actually be talking to you about bonuses and how to maximize this month in December, and how you can actually earn up to $1,600 in bonuses and even more, even outside the compensation plan. So Shane, I'm going to switch over here. Go ahead and say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
All right, well, we are going to go ahead and get started because today we want to talk about the bonus structure that ACN is offering and be able to give people an opportunity to get it. Now, December 15th, this is 2015 December bonuses. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, we just want to let you know that this is running through December 31st. So anyone that signs up for IBO, independent business owner, between now and December 31st, you're going to get to take advantage of this and have this length of time, 30 days, 60 days, to acquire the bonuses that we're about to talk about. So Shane, let's get started. I love at the National Convention when we were sitting there, Greg, who's one of the founders of the company, steps up and say, guess what, everybody? You don't have to wait till 2016 to get started because 2016 starts now. And basically, that's why they're rolling out this bonus, is to help people start now building for 2016. So we obviously did a hangout yesterday. We talked about the shift to ACN. And Shane, now I want to talk about tonight what it means to get started. There's been some questions of why do you pay $399? What is that for? What do you get for it? And then we want to show you how you can actually maximize not only the compensation plan, but right now the bonuses that are in place for those of you wanting to make the shift now. It's really, really lucrative. So Shane, why don't you take us through, tell us about the $399, what do you get, and why is that significant?
Well, Staci, I mean, when I started my business, this is the way I looked at it. I came from a traditional background. So I spent thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to set up a business. In ACN, it's no different. This is a business. This isn't something we're trying. This is something we want to replace our income with, maybe supplement our income with. So the $399 covers many things. But for example, you get your own website, you get your own training system, you get customer support, you get rep support. All of this costs money. You know, when I first joined network marketing, this to me was not a big deal because I had always put money out in order to build a traditional style business. Now I know a lot of people come from a, employee background. They've been working for somebody their whole lives, but just like you and I discussed earlier, Staci, like when you went out and you looked at companies that sold nutritional and makeup and all these things, they sometimes have a very low startup fee, something like $29, $39, $49. But the problem with that is they expect their customers to really pay for them to be in business. And what I mean by that is, in order for you to earn income in those programs, you have to get customers normally to buy products that they normally don't buy. Now, they may be great products, but you're putting them on an auto ship. So every single month you're adding expense to their budget. Yeah. Where here, what ACN is saying is simply, here's your fee for getting started with us, for these websites and all these support tools. And now what we're going to do is go out and provide value to people, meaning discounted services, meaning the possibility to get free services. So I would much rather be the person who says, okay, I want to be a business owner. I know it costs money to, start a business. I mean, if you start a hot dog stand, it's going to cost you $10,000. So, when you look at those different things and you come back to ACN, you're saying, hey, we're here to save people money, help people make money, and maybe even help them get free services. That's our job. We are a business owner. So yeah, that is.
Shane, one of the things, I was driving with an Uber driver and she was telling me that she was trying to get a truck so she could do some type of industrial driving. And she said she needed $50,000 to get her truck. And I sat in the car with her and I said, baby, I'm about to rock your world. I'm going to show you how for $399. Yeah. You can help people do what they already do every single day, only help them save money doing it. And you can do it in 20 23, actually 24 countries. She just started crying in the car. It was really unbelievable because people who want to own their own business or truly provide financial value to their family, they're ready to put some money out. Now, here's what's interesting. When we were looking at the different companies and doing the due diligence, we came across a lot of nutritional companies, a lot of skincare companies, a lot of companies that were selling all of the above, and jewelry and clothing and makeup and you name it. And what we came back to is feel good about asking people to buy things that they have to be on auto ship for every single month in order for it to really equal economic value or a good residual income. And that's where it's kind of tough. You know, this time of year, it's going to be hot to sell nutritional products. Well, of course, we can do that outside of the United States. We've got our hybrid products and our skincare, hair care, nutritionals. But here in the United States, what's great about this is that you don't have to do that. You can just help people, you know, ask them, you know, do you watch TV? Yes. Well, how would you like to get your cable service paid for or free every single month? Do you use a phone? Yes. How would you like to get that paid for every single month? These are things they're already doing. You don't have to help them change their behavior or convince them to stay on a 90-day wellness program or fitness program. You just help them do what they're already doing, only saving money. And Shane, I haven't told you this yet, but Larry is going today. We're going to actually switch all of our services over today, so I'm very excited about that. But he went through and did the cost comparison of how much money we're actually going to be saving. And every single case of switching over our internet, our cable, our wireless, all of that, every single case, we either saved money or it came out even. So here's the thought, even if it comes out even, why would I want to be with a company that's not going to allow me to earn with that company if I'm going to be sharing it anyhow? So this $399 that you pay for the year, it's a one-time fee that you pay for the year, and then I think there's like a renewal the next year for like $149 or $159. Right. This is your business in a box. This right. gets you set up, and this does not require you to do auto ship.
Right, and that's, you know what, in this time of day, especially in the American economy, you think about this. I don't care what a company pays you. And there are some good nutritional companies out there that have good products. That's not what I'm saying. But when you go out to somebody and say, listen, try this product because it has A, B, C advantage, but you've never used it before. It's going to cost you this much this month. And you know what? Here's the challenge. The challenge is even if you have the best nutritional company, the best product, we don't control that they take it on a consistent basis. So it may not even work for them. So for sure, they're not going to pay the auto ship the next month. So what happens is in your first 30, 60, 90 days, you see growth because people are excited. Obviously, they're coming in the business, they're buying products. But what happens is after that 60 or 90-day growth period, they go, wait a minute, I'm not making any money right now. I really don't need this product. And they start cutting those auto ships. So now what happens is you start losing customers faster than you're gaining them. So it's a real struggle to balance that out. And like I said, I'm not here to talk bad about nutritional companies. I think there's some great ones out there. And just like you said, we have some products in Europe and Asia and that. And so that's all good and well. But here in the US, where we're talking about a business, I mean, when you think about it, helping people turn bills really into checks. If you become an IBO, you have the opportunity not only to save money, just like you said, or break even, but you also get a percentage of all those bills. So you know when you're watching TV, you know when you're using electricity or gas, you know when you're using your cell phone, you're getting paid to actually do it. And so that's what is exciting for me about it.
Excellent. Well, number two is obviously when you, after you become an IBO, you want to transfer your personal services. I'm excited because today I get to do that. In fact, I switched my services the week before we switched to ACN. I just switched all my services to AT&T. And then I called them and I said, hey, I'm in the 14-day window period. Can I get out of that? And I was able to. So that's really good news. We're going to be transferring all that today. The next thing is acquiring customers, and that's going to lead us to our bonus plan, what we're going to talk about tonight. Shane?
Yeah, so you know what's great about this is this. Everybody right now, just take a look at how many contacts you have in your cell phone. Some of you may have 100, some of you may have 3,000. I don't know. I have 5,000 on my phone. Being in this business, you know a lot of people are using services. But imagine that every single one of those contacts not only has a cell phone, I mean, that's what they use, they have 4 or 5 or 6 of the services that we're going to be talking about here. So when you look at ACN's plan, ACN is a customer acquisition company with a compensation plan attached. And that's what's so important, because we can go out and earn personal residual income, organizational residual income, and the company also allows you, if you get out to a fast start of gathering customers, to make these additional bonuses. And we're here today just to kind of break those bonuses down so you can see how quickly, not only can you get back your startup costs, but turn a profit. How many businesses do you know turn a profit in the first month? It's ridiculous. And this is all in your control. So we're going to cover all that today.
Well, and I want to say this too, Shane. You know, when Ryan Wirch started Solivay, he was not real pro the direct sales industry because of some of the dynamics of, you know, having to get people to buy products and auto ships and all of that. And so his vision was to drive down the cost of commerce and make it profitable. Obviously, over, like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of people, almost 500,000 said yes to that and joined that with just one service in one country. What we're about to show you is how ACN has multiple services in 24 countries that you can do business. And what we're going to show you, this is just the bonuses for December. At each month, they do different bonuses, like incentives. This is on top of the compensation plan, the customer acquisition bonuses that are naturally in the compensation plan. So today, we're talking over and above the compensation plan.
Right. And you know, you brought up a really good point, Staci. The $399 doesn't just cover you here in the US, it covers you in all 24 countries. Our business is seamless. Your website works in all those countries. In addition to that, as we launch additional countries, it doesn't cost you a dime. For us, when ACN opens up the rest of Latin America, you now just have all those people to market to and also talk with. So that's a good advantage. So let's talk a little bit about the services. This is what made the most sense to me. Is when I started looking at the services over here to the right, you know, Vivint, Dish, DirecTV, all these different companies out there, the thing that made me most excited about it was that I knew people using these services. And so when you look on the list on the left, you got phone service, wireless, energy, security and automation, television, high-speed internet bundles with AT&T, technical support, and merchant services, which is getting paid when people swipe their credit card at your local merchant. So when you look at everything you have to offer, and we don't even list them all on here, it's really exciting to see that going on.
Well, and I'm excited to make those changes too, because each one of those services equals points. The ACN point system is actually very simple. And Shane, why don't you take us through all these boxes? You're going to see how some are worth 1 point, some 2, some are worth 3 points. And we've even got some that are worth 6 points. So when we talk about gaining points, it can go really, really rapidly. And again, Shane, I can't help but to say, with Solivay, we had one service and it was 1 point, which meant that people's paychecks were really low. What you're going to see here is the acquisition or the acquiring of customers who equal more points. Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, so basically the idea behind the point system in ACN is so that as you gather me a customer, let's just say that I come into the business or don't come into the business, but just become your customer. And I go ahead and I take a service like electricity that's offered in 18 states across the US. When I do that, you're going to get 1 customer point for that. Now, if I'm in a state where we have gas and electricity and I take both, then you would get 1 point for each as an IBO. Tech support is also worth 1 point. So now this customer that you've acquired me, I have at least 1 point towards you now, maybe 2 with gas. So then let's go up on the scale here. What if I go out and I take DirecTV from you as well? Well, now that's worth 2 customer points in addition to the 2 points I have in a gas electricity already. So you've got me as a customer so far, but I'm now worth 4 points to you because I'm taking multiple services. Our 2 point services consist of digital phone service, which a lot of people you might have seen Vonage, and that is a VoIP style system. We have that same style system with high quality with all your options. We also offer an ACN high-speed internet bundle with AT&T where you can get TV, phone, and internet together. We have the Your Business Assistant, which we talked about the other day, that you can sign up for, that gives you a recruiting website to send people to get information. We also have ADT, home security systems, which is 2 points. Our other services are, if you look over to the right.
Well, before you jump that, let me just speak to the YBA, your business assistant, because a lot of people have said, well, for the $3.99, I've heard that you have to pay for your website. let's be very clear. $399 includes your website, your back office, everything. The Your Business Assistant is an upgraded marketing system that gives you not only upgraded marketing tools, videos, and things like that, but it also gives you a huge list or vault of motivational materials from Jim Rohn and John Maxwell and others. So that is worth an additional 2 points. So I want to make sure that's very clear that you don't have to pay for your automatic replicated site from ACN. This is an additional site and an additional service.
And by the way, that site, guys, the reason why we have the additional site is sometimes you have certain people who you know are just going to be your customers. So you want to send them to your online store, and that comes with your $399. The YBA is a prospecting tool. So it's really more about people interested in joining the business or getting information. And what's neat about the system is when you go into the YBA website for you, it's titled with your name and all that. But if they ask for information, it automatically has autoresponder messages set up that will feed to them every 5 or 6 days to encourage them to come back to your site. It also has a email system, so you can import your contact list into it, and then you can actually send them emails of things they might want to know about, like the business or internet or whatever service it is. We have those pre-done, pre-written, pre-recorded, and you just ship it on over to them. So it's a much more of a tool than just your online store. And by the way, it's not required and it has no contract, but I can tell you this, all the people that are making money in ACN and building a business use it. So that says something about it. Now over here to the right, we have some 3-point services. We have Dish Network, which obviously we have the 2 major satellite providers, Direct and Dish. We have Flash Wireless, guys, which now encompasses the Verizon network, the Sprint network, and the T-Mobile network, which we just launched about a week ago. And the advantage to our Flash Wireless program, which you're going to love, is that not only you can get free service by just going out and gathering 5 wireless customers of any of the networks, but you can also give that same advantage to your customer who hasn't paid to join ACN. All they're doing is coming in, they want a discounted service, but if they refer 5 people on to you guys, they get their service up to free as well, and that goes to unlimited levels. So you can get as many customers as you want that way, and you get paid the residual income. We also have Vivint Home Security, and guys, what's great about Vivint is it is an advanced ADT, basically. It has everything you can think of. The customer service is excellent. The installers are excellent. I have 2 Vivint Home systems and in 2 separate homes. My wife loves this. Probably it's one of her favorite services that actually ACN offers. We also provide traditional local phone service. Now, some people say to me, well, Shane, do people actually have a phone in their house? Do you realize there's over 200 million people who still use landline? I mean, lines. So there's 280 million people in America, but there's 200 million plus lines that still have landline service, either through digital phone service or traditional lines. So those are worth 3 points, okay? And then finally on the bottom here, we have merchant services. And what I love about this is, I'm gonna share this with you, is right now currently it's worth 6 customer points. And our program with merchant services and Innovia goes like this. Let's say you own a business, you know a business owner. You can go into their business. You can have them get a free quote. So what they would do is they would just fill out the form, send it into Innovia. Innovia gives them a free analyzed report. And if we don't save them money, ACN and Innovia will send them out, that customer, out a $100 Visa MasterCard gift card that they can spend on whatever they want. And guys, even if we do save them money, they don't have to take the service. So there's 0 risk to the merchant. And I'm going to tell you one more aspect of this merchant services that I've really seen the benefit over the last year. It's starting to draw a lot of traditional business owners into our business, because imagine going into a business and saving them some money. Let's say you save them a couple, $3,000, $5,000 a year. Well, then you explain to them that they can also earn a residual income on their own merchant services. Now, guys, you probably know that most business owners know other business owners, don't they? So it's a high quality prospect for your business. So if they don't want to do the business, that's fine. You get the 6 points. You get residual income every time one of their customers swipes their card. But if they become a business owner, now you have all those contacts to work with. So it is an incredible situation.
Yeah, and somebody asked me, Shane, how do you market that? So let me give you an example, and I loved how Tony expressed it when we were at the corporate headquarters. Is I've got a dear friend of mine that has a hair salon. So I could go in there and say, hey, listen, Joe, I wanted to see if I can talk to you for a second. I'd love to take a shot at seeing if I can save you some money on your merchant services. Yeah. And she says, okay, well, what are you talking about? Well, listen, if you'll fill out this survey, I'm this confident. I will guarantee you that we're going to save you money. And if I can't, I'm going to give you $100 gift card, or the company's going to send you a $100 gift card, a Visa card, that'll just make up for the time you put into the survey. Well, here's the cool thing about that is it's a win-win. It's a win if we save her money, which the majority, I think they said it was like over 90% they save money. Or if we don't, it's still a $100 gift card that you can give your buddy, your friend, your business owner, that they're going to get sent to them. So that is an incredible opportunity for those of you who just want to market this. This is great for you to be able to go. Now, many of you know in Solivay, we started to do something called the marketplace. This is even better because not only does it give you an opportunity to go into those small businesses, get them aligned with the merchant services, but also every time one of those merchants swipes a card or does a transaction, you're actually getting a part of the savings. Shane, maybe explain, what are they getting when they swipe it? Every time somebody swipes the card, they get what?
Okay, so basically the way it works is the same way with any other service. But when you do a credit card swipe, right, there's a cost to that to every business. They pay a monthly fee or they pay a swipe fee. Now with us, we don't have the swipe fees as much as the monthly fees. So based on their volume, based on how many charges they have on a monthly basis, they're going to pay a certain amount of fees. So it can be anywhere from $100 a month to $5,000 a month. So you get a percentage of all of those charges, not the actual pizza, but the swipe that it costs them to swipe that, right? So that's what's exciting about it is like my son, who's 23 years old, I'll give you a good example. He got one of our local gas stations here that have known our family for years. He went in there, he did the requirement bid. Now this is when he first started, so this is how simple it is. The guy filled out the form, sent in his merchant service thing right online. It took about 5 minutes to do it. He got a quote back. It saved him about $3,800 a year. Imagine that, sticking $3,800 back in your pocket as a business owner. So my son got that service. It's worth 6 points. He gets residual income. And guys, he's probably never going to change that service. The only reason he even looked at getting a quote on it was because he knew my son and he knew our family. And that's the power of network marketing, is that you're relationship building and you're looking at relationships to save them money. So that's a great situation. Just last night, I was telling Staci this today. He got a hair salon. He did a quote on it, saved him money, 6 more points. That's a lot of swipes because there's a lot of product being sold, a lot of haircuts, perms, all those things, colors. No, women love that. I mean, I don't have that much hair, so they wouldn't make much money on me. But for Staci, I mean, I'm sure that's a heck of a deal on that.
Well, and what's great about that is those points that we just talked about. That is how bonuses and the comp plan evolve. And that's why we want to show you this. How can you earn not only on the compensation plan, not only the customer acquisition bonuses that are in the compensation plan, but how can you get extra incentive this December that will help you jumpstart your business, get your $399 IBO system paid for, and how can you do that quickly? Well, when you become an IBO, an independent business owner with ACN, before December 31st, and that's what we've been saying to you guys, take advantage of it, because not only are these bonuses, but we've got some team bonuses and incentives that we're also offering. Some that include how you can get to the national convention paid for, how you can get airfare to the national convention paid for. We've got some things that we're doing for our team just because you're coming over from Solivay. And that's why when you call your upline, when you get started, make sure you say, I want to know all of the incentives that Solivay and that ACN are offering me for making this switch. So let's look at this. Become an IBO before December 31st, and you get 30 days to earn these bonuses that I'm getting ready to show you. Now, this is the 30-day December bonuses. Shane, why don't you take us through these?
Yeah, absolutely. And, I want to make it clear because a lot of people get confused on this fact. If you signed up on December 31st, you get your full 30 and 60 days for these qualifications. You don't have to be done by December with your services. You just have to be in, right? So that's number one. Number two, guys, is take a look at the services up above. You can see there's a very, very broad spectrum of services there. If you go out and you acquire just 4 services, that's it. Within 30 days, ACN is going to pay you a $150 bonus. So here you are already starting to earn back that business investment, right? And it's only 4 services. If that's all that you did, I mean, that's like 1 every 7 or 8 days. I mean, that's really part-time, right? So, and then the next bonus is if you acquire just 1 more customer for a total of 5 and 12 points, you're going to get another $100. Because that's the whole thing about it is ACN wants you to earn this income. They want customers. Acquire just 1 more service, totaling 14 total points, and you get another $150 because that's a $400 in bonuses. Now, the reason that I really want you to understand this is you get 30 days to do this. So think about that. That's basically 6 customers in 30 days. That's 1 every 5 days. And you can count your services in your own home. So if you're converting over, let's say to Vivint and Flash Wireless and Zoom Energy, and maybe you're even getting DirecTV, well, there's 4 customers. The only thing that you got to make sure that you do is just make sure you're getting your customers acquired through your family, your friends, people that you know. So how hard could it be for someone who chooses to come to a business that does 2 things, only 2 things, right? We acquire a few customers, and guess what else we do? We teach someone else how to do it. So that's all we're doing. So if you can get 6 customers, totaling 14 points in your first 30 days, you got all your investment back. You are a profitable business. You tell me anywhere in the country and any other company that allows you to come in and just simply acquire a few customers, people who do not pay the fee to join. They just want to save some money, maybe get free service, and you get all your money back. So now we're talking about a profitable. And what I was telling Staci earlier, and she was talking about this, is ACN lets you do this as many times as you want in 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just stopping at 400. If you go out and you do exactly what you're seeing here twice, it's 800. You do it 3 times, it's 1,200. So you are not limited to the amount of customers that you can gather and how much you get paid for gathering those customers. That's what ACN is, a customer acquisition company.
And that's why we started with that IBO pack first, that $3.99, because as you can see, you can quickly get that paid for with these bonuses. And I love it because once that's paid for, you don't have auto ship. You don't have continual payments on things that you don't naturally use every single day. But it gets even better. Now that's just the $400 bonus. And again, I love what Shane said is this, in Solivay, we had a 90-day window to get something called fast action bonuses, Shane, but it stopped. Yeah. This you can do over and over and over as many times as you want to this month. So make sure that you take advantage of it. But it gets better. There's more bonuses. There's rank bonuses in addition to these that are going on in the month of December. Teach us about the ETT 30-point bonus.
Okay, great. So this is our first promotional level, which is called Executive Team Trainer. Now, guys, here's what I love about this. You can promote yourself either through personal customer acquisition, right, where you're only gathering customers and points. So back on the last page, you saw where we did 6 services equaling at least 14 points, got you that $400, right? So to go to Executive Team Trainer, you only need a total of 30 total points in your entire team or personally within your first 30 days. If you do that, you're going to promote to the level of Executive Team Trainer, and you're going to get another $200 bonus for, now that would be $600, right? So think about this for just a second. Let's say that I come into the business and I go out and I gather 10 customers and I've got 20, 22 points, whatever it is. But then I bring my friend into the business. What do you think that they want to do? They want to also achieve those $400 bonuses, right? So as they're acquiring customers, those are starting to count into your total. So now as you're building a team, which isn't required, but if you do, it just makes it simpler to achieve these bonuses. And this, again, is outside the compensation plan. And so it's an additional $200.
And it gets better because we're going to show you a little idea of how that looks when you promote to Executive Team Trainer, which you will affectionately hear called ETT. When you acquire those 30 customer points, it's just real simple. You get paid an extra $200 bonus. And when we do the training on the compensation plan tomorrow, we're going to do a deep dive training on the actual compensation plan. You will see that when you promote to Executive Team Trainer, it opens up your customer acquisition bonus inside of the comp plan. And that's also going to give you an opportunity to earn more residual income.
Right. And so, guys, think about it this way. Does it seem reasonable that if you're joining a company that acquires customers, right, and through utilities, services, things people use every single day, they're going to pay for the rest of their lives, does it seem reasonable that within 30 days you could have a total of 30 points. That's 1 point a day, right? If you did it yourself. Now, if you're building a team as well, does this seem more than doable? I think it does. That's what I love about ACN's promotions is their promotions are all about you getting a customer base, creating a lifetime residual income and being excited about it and allowing you to earn those fees back, the fees that business owners expect to pay when they start a business. There are no such thing as a free business. If it's free to you, it costs somebody else money. And then it's always harder because then you got to become a salesperson to get that money back, okay?
Well, and this is now, if you'll remember, we just talked about $400 that you can earn over and over and over again. Those $400, that's your 30-day bonus in your first 30 days. Now, this is your rank bonus, so that's 400 plus 200. But at the beginning of this hangout, we talked about $1,600 in bonuses. So it gets even better, Shane. Tell us how we can earn that extra $1,000 bonus.
Okay, so here's what I love about this. This is all about being focused on your business, right? So if you promote yourself to executive team leader in the first 60 days, that's 2 months, not 1, but 2 months. We're going to show you a diagram here in a second that shows you that all you have to have is either 75 points total personally, or with your points and your team's points, have a total of 75 points in 60 days. So we're still around that 1 to 1.5 customer point average a day. So we're not telling you to go out and don't sleep. You got to do this 24 hours a day. Guys, 75 total customer points. And you saw that we had points ranging from 1, 2, 3, 6 points. 6 points on merchant services. So does it seem reasonable that you can promote yourself to executive team leader in the first 2 months just by having 75 total customer points on your team and you to receive this $1,000 bonus in addition to the 400s, in addition to the 200? See, we're not trying to overhype the bonus because you don't have to go for these bonuses. But I know if you're joining this or watching this right now, you understand that if you go out and you achieve these customer acquisition bonuses, what does that say to all the people who may look at ACN in the future through you? It says that it's doable. It says you can turn a profit. It says you can be successful. It's not just the people who have been in ACN for years, but this brand new person has went out and achieved this. And guys, this, again, the reason why most people don't succeed in hitting bonuses like this is because they're not used to driving themselves to be successful. And that's what I've always loved about being a business owner is there's no ceiling. There's no glass ceiling on what I can earn. It's totally up to me. And if I'm willing to help other people do the same thing, just like Staci and I are sitting here doing this, little webinar here, the reason we're doing it is so that you're informed on how to do it, because we don't expect you to know how to do network marketing your first day. We don't expect, they don't teach this in college. They don't teach it in high school. So this is about being independent, but with the support of leadership. And that's what this team has more than any team I've ever seen is it's a family. There's a ton of leadership here. There's a ton of people that want you to win. And so these bonuses help you get out of the gate quickly. And that's what we want for you.
Well, and when I first saw this, Shane, because I'm coming in from another company with a different system, I saw that 75 customer points or 600 customer points, and it seemed like, holy cow, that is overwhelming. Yeah. Until I just started looking at just my household and the points that I'm going to be getting, just for mobile service. I have multiple phone lines. I've got 5 different people that have phone lines in my house. That's 2 points each. I'm going to do energy. I'm going to do electric. I've got cable. We've got wireless services. So there's so much that can accumulate those points just in one family. Let alone when you start thinking about sharing this with 4 or 5 families, and boom, you're there.
Absolutely. That's why I tell everyone, take a look after this webinar. Just take a look at your contacts in your phone. Understand that whatever you have, whether it's 100 or 5,000, that you're talking about people that have multiple services. Can you imagine that if 10% of the people in your cell phone, that was it, just took one service from you? Now, God forbid they actually take more than one. They actually want to save money on TV and their cell phone and home security and electricity. Now you're talking about really what's capable of you succeeding. And here's the great part. You don't have to convince someone to use a cell phone. They're already using it. You don't have to flip the light switch on. They're already using electricity. So this is more of a matter of transitioning that. That's all it is.
Well, and Shane, I know that when we first started Solivay, Ryan and the team that was there, they were so passionate about making sure that people were able to do what they already do every day, not to force them into new habits, behaviors, and make it a simple sharing process. And that's really what we have here with ACN. I'm so excited about it, being able to help people save money on those essential services, as well as be able to get it free ourselves and earn income. So thank you, Shane, so much for walking us through this. I think it's incredible when we have an opportunity to share good news, good news that people can do something great. Now, Christmas time obviously is a season where people need extra cash. Absolutely. And certainly you don't want to have them to have to go out and buy new products or have to go out and change their behaviors in order to earn a little extra money. This is a way to show them how they can earn some extra money doing what they already do every day.
Absolutely. It always gets me, I have to admit, it gets me excited when I explain the bonuses. I've been in the business for 11 years, but you can see how it impacts people's lives, the compensation plan and customer acquisition.
Well, thank you guys so much for being a part of this hangout. And tomorrow night, we're going to be talking about a deep dive into the compensation plan so you can see why we are so excited. I heard somebody today say, Shane, it's only the people that have been around ACN for a long time. And you get that when it's a company that's 20, 23 years old like ACN is. People automatically want to throw it off on it's only the people at the beginning that get to make the money. Well, what I'm excited about is we're getting ready to have a massive boatload of people coming into Solivay, and we're going to show that when you do it right, you treat it like a business, you're going to see that it actually can pay you like a business. And we're going to show those folks a little bit of something wrong when they see that you really can. This is such a lucrative compensation plan. I love what one of our top leaders said when they went to the corporate offices. They said when they saw the comp plan unveiled by Tony that day, they said, "Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable to think what we've been doing with one product in one country. Now this explodes the opportunity for us, and we already know how to do it." So stay tuned for tomorrow night, same time, same place. Check back here, theunstoppablenetwork.com/updates. And we're also going to be posting these videos and more to theunstoppablenetwork.com, as well as our YouTube channel. So stay tuned. If you haven't joined us already on Facebook, go to our Facebook page. You can actually tap in there and follow us on Facebook. Follow Shane on Facebook. You're going to see we have a lot of tools available for you as well. Remember, now is the time. This is the place, and you are the one to start a revolution. God bless everyone.
Good night.